Thank you very much. How exciting is Jelly Roll, y'all? So listen, if you haven't seen it, you need to go back and pull it up on YouTube or find his first appearance. I happened to be out on the road somewhere and someone called me and said, man, you have got to see this Jelly Roll guy. He was just on the Grand Ole Opry, and he don't look like somebody that would be on the Grand Ole Opry. But he was talking about you. And so I went back and I watched it, and I watched him. He was standing up here and he was talking about how when he was in jail and struggling, how a particular song helped him get through it. And he mentioned the fact that he came to the Grand Ole Opry when he got out, and I remembered. He said, I was sitting right over there where that gentleman in that hat is sitting in the 7th row, right inside. And Craig Morgan was singing on stage, and it moved me. It moved me. It just proved exactly what he said, that music can change lives. So before I do the song that he said changed his life, I would love it if y'all would give him a big round of applause and get him to come back out here and sing this with us.
Y'all make some noise for the living legend, Mr. Craig Morgan.
I'm just going to quickly jump in here. I know the song hasn't actually started yet. I wasn't expecting such kind of a big intro at the start. Craig was right. Jelly Roll is, well, he doesn't look like your traditional country star at all. It wasn't what I was expecting. The name is very deceiving as well, Jelly Roll. I don't know where that comes from. But yeah, not what I was expecting, but I know Craig Morgan. We've checked out some of his music and it's been incredible. Obviously this is going to be a Craig Morgan song. That was what was going to be one of my questions as to whose song this was, but it's clearly a Craig Morgan song. And yeah, really looking forward to this when it actually kicks in. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this one. It is going to be Craig Morgan and Jelly Roll performing Almost Home live at the Grand Ole Opry. So yeah, looking forward to this when it kicks in. So I think we need to sit back. It looks, obviously it's clearly a live performance, and yeah, I think we need to just sit back and enjoy this one and find out what it's all about. So I'm going to get back to it. I'll knock it back just a fraction because there's not much to go back for, and let's see it through.
Make some noise for the living legend, Mr. Craig Morgan. Shortly after I got out of jail, I sat right there in row 7 and I cried like a baby and watched him sing. And I remember thinking, I want to make people feel the way he makes me feel right now. This is a true testimony that God is real and all things are possible. Because that same kid that was in jail and struggling, his wife is sitting right there. He's not sitting there tonight. That kid is standing next to Craig Morgan.
Here we go, buddy.
Let's do it. He had plastic bags wrapped around his shoes. He was covered in the evening news. Had a pair of old wool socks on his hands. The bank sign was flashing 5 below. He was freezing rain and spitting snow. He was curled up beside some garbage cans. I was afraid that he was dead. I gave him a gentle shake. When he opened up his eyes, he said, "Oh man, are you okay?"
And he said,
"I just climbed out of a cottonwood tree. I was running from some honeybees, drip drying in the summer breeze.
yes.
After jumping into Calico Creek, I was walking down an old dirt road. almost home.
I apologise, I know I don't usually jump in twice, but obviously now the song started, I feel like I just need to speak a little bit, don't want it to get blocked. He's got a wonderful voice. Wasn't at all what I was expecting, but his voice is very powerful, very gritty. It's very raw and has a lot of passion, and you can see how passionate he is about this performance. He mentioned earlier about the troubles he'd obviously had earlier on in his life and how this song saved him, so to speak, and he's obviously very much in a better place these days, because I mean, look at the stage he's performing on, look at who he stood next to. He mentioned his wife in the audience, so his life has really taken a turn for the positive, and you can see who he thanks for that, and you know, the opportunity that's been given to him, and you can see the emotion in his face and in his voice. There's been a few notes that his voice has cracked on just for the emotion. Not that he can't hit the note, but the emotion is almost getting to him, and it's a wonderful performance. And I love kind of how stripped back this is, the acoustic vibe to it. Just, you know, Craig on the guitar, just a few little instruments in the background, but it's all about their voices. And you know, Craig does have this kind of wonderfully smooth vocals, and obviously Jelly Roll has a bit of a gritty edge to it, but the harmonies are coming together wonderfully, and it is great to listen to. So I'm eager to get back to it, because we're only about halfway through. So thank you for sticking with me if you are still here. I'll knock it back a little bit, and then let's see this through all the way to the end.
Left me alone, 'cause I was almost home.
He said, I was just coming round the barn about the time you grabbed my arm, and I heard Mama holler, son, hurry up. I was close enough for my old nose to smell fresh cobbler on the stove. I saw Daddy loading up the truck. Cane poles on a tailgate, bobbers blowing in the wind. Since July of '85, that's as close as I've been. Yeah, I just climbed out of a cottonwood tree. I was running from some honeybees, drill drying in the summer breeze. After jumping in the Calico Creek, I was walking down an old dirt road, past a field of hay that had just been mowed. Man, I wish you just left me alone, 'cause I was almost home. I said, old man, you're gonna freeze to death, let me drive you to the mission. He said, boy, if you left me alone, right now I'd be fishing. Just me and you.
Just climbed out of a cottonwood tree. I was running from some honeybees, drill drying in the summer breeze. After jumping in the Calico Creek, I was walking down an old dirt road, past the field of hay that had just been mowed. Man, I wish you'd just left me alone, 'cause I was almost home. Man, I wish you'd just left me alone, 'cause I was almost home.
Jelly Roll, y'all.
I was almost home.
something for you, Jelly. You inspire me. You did when I heard that. I mean, I sat on the bus and cried. And I knew how important that song was to you, so I hand wrote a set of lyrics for you to the song and signed it to you. And I want you to hang this up next to all them gold and platinum and multiple platinum records that we know you're going to keep having, buddy. Thank you.
I appreciate you, my friend. I love you, buddy. God bless you. Hey, I'm a phone call away, always.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I ugly cried up here again, but so means so much to me, all the power of music. Make some noise for Craig Morgan. Thank you for having me, Mr. Morgan.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Jelly Roll.
Okay, everybody, that was Craig Morgan and Jelly Roll performing Almost Home at the Grand Ole Opry. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. It took a while for obviously the video to get going and the introductions at the beginning. Thank you if you managed to sit through all of that. I wasn't expecting a big intro at the beginning. But when that song kicked in, the stripped back acoustics of it, the admiration between the two was just wonderful to see. And if you did manage to watch all the way to the end, and that was incredibly emotional. The handwritten song signed at the end, so incredibly touching. It nearly broke me. It really did nearly broke me. And you could see what it meant to Jelly Roll. And yeah, wonderful. And I don't know if you picked it up, but when they hugged at the end and you heard Craig literally just say, "I'm only a phone call away." And I've mentioned it a few times, country music has this family feel about it. Everybody's willing to help each other out. Everyone's willing to collaborate with each other. It's just a big, big family. And when you hear things like that, it was just wonderful. You can't think of any other genre of music where you would hear two artists say that to each other. "I'm just a phone call away. If you need me, if you need help, you want to sing a song together," any of that, it's just wonderful to hear. And yeah, wonderfully touching at the end. Beautiful song. Loved it. Jelly Roll looks like a very interesting character to get involved with and a rabbit hole to go down, and one I'm very excited to follow. So please, in the comments, for Craig as well, don't forget Craig, because he was spectacular in that. But for both of these artists, fill the comments with your favourite songs. I can't wait to check them out. And hopefully if you enjoyed that as much as I did and it touched you emotionally as much as it did for me, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Come on the rest of this journey with me, because we've got a long, long way to go. But until then, and until next time, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.